Only on 7 tonight, the Detroit FBI is cracking down on groups who could be planning acts of domestic terrorism and looking to harm citizens and elected leaders. We thank you for joining us for Action News at 6. I'm Dave Llewellyn.
And I'm Glenda Lewis. One militia group is already being prosecuted for planning to kidnap and kill the governor. But tonight, 7 Action News reporter Simon Shaquette with the exclusive on who else feds are looking into with the new special agent in charge.
What do you consider the greatest threat to the state of Michigan today?
First and foremost is terrorism for us.
Throughout his career, the new FBI Detroit special agent in charge, Tim Waters, has been laser focused on preventing acts of terror in Michigan, moving up the ranks with time spent in both Detroit and Washington, D.C. He's making it clear foreign and domestic enemies top the list of priorities.
The way these groups communicate is mostly through social media these days. The challenge is to figure out, is it aspirational or are they just talking, right? So something we continuously work through on a daily basis.
Most recently, the domestic terrorism plot to kidnap and kill Governor Gretchen Whitmer by a militia group has reminded the community about the level of danger that exists.
We have seen different groups and different individuals, groups of individuals that have attempted to, communicate securely. That's certainly a challenge for the law enforcement community and the FBI, frankly.
Even more troubling, he says the group known as the Wolverine Watchmen are not the only ones being investigated.
Would you say there's been a rise in domestic terrorism?
Obviously, the events at the Capitol on January 6th, they're very concerning for all of us, right? We've had similar events at the Michigan Capitol, not as serious, obviously, but certainly concerning.
Waters says growing rhetoric is also inspiring more people to go down a path of violence and extremism, potentially taking tangible steps to cause harm. They can't specifically name who they are, but they have been identified.
The FBI in Michigan has numerous ongoing investigations into various individuals. I'll just leave it at that. In relation to the Capitol, there's been 2 people arrested so far on federal warrants.
He adds, expect to see even more arrests and charges involving people from Michigan involved in the U.S. Capitol attack. As for what all of us can do,
what would be your biggest message to the people of Detroit about staying safe and watching for one another?
50% of the domestic terrorism cases that we open up in the FBI come as a direct result of leads from the public. So for us, it's instrumental to the work we do every day. If you're concerned about somebody, I would ask you to pick up the phone and call the FBI. You can always reach us.
And it's crucial to our safety to know what to look out for. Simon joining us live now with more on this.
Yeah, and Simon, you worked as a Detroit FBI spokesman prior to joining us. So what types of tools are the FBI using to differentiate between simple, angry rhetoric and credible threats?
Yeah, Glenda, Dave, they're working very closely with social media companies. They're also looking into those back channels that were mentioned to try and distinguish between what's simply that type of rhetoric versus someone who's taking steps to further some type of act of violence. That's something that they have their investigators working on 24/7. It is the very top priority of the FBI office here in Detroit and something they're going to continue to do. Back to you.
And Simon, along with prosecutions in the U.S. Capitol attack, where do things stand in the case of that failed kidnapping plot of Governor Whitmer?
Yeah, Dave, just this week, one guilty plea was secured, and that is a major victory for prosecutors. The reason there being that defendant is then going to turn around and cooperate in this investigation, in this case, perhaps hopefully providing a lot more evidence for those investigators as they work to move that case forward.
All right, Simon, thank you. Well, if you're concerned about somebody, pick up the cell phone and call the FBI. The number right there, 1-800-CALL-FBI. Also available on our website, WXYZ.com, ways you can submit a tip, more background information about the FBI's work here in Michigan.
And tonight at 11, Simon will be back with an exclusive look at Michigan's universities and companies under attack, the fight against cyber hacking in our state, and what the FBI is doing to protect you.